Alright, hello everybody. So, for our first dream match that we are ever having will be Sam North versus Wyatt Urbans. Gonna have to figure out who... Alright, hello everybody. So, for our first... Yeah, alright. There it is. One is way more complicated. Like the whole setup, more complicated than I expected. I'm going to guess that Sam is on the right side. And then we're going to have Wyatt on the right. But the players, of course, 0 and 0 as we're just starting out the tournament. And then I will get the time and round whenever we get there. 30 minutes, best of one format in our weekly tournaments at Tarnished Tabletop Gaming Center. And then whenever they start, I will start as well on the timer. Now, I was told something spicy by Sam. He is going to be playing Mega Dragonite EX. So that'll be a treat to watch. Let's see if I can pull that up. There we go. Alright. So I know that Sam is playing Mega Dragonite EX. I believe Wyatt probably on Dragapult if I had to guess. But I'll figure it out whenever they flip their active Pokemon over. And it seems like I got it reversed. Because I don't think Eels go into... Dragapult. That's what it is. Alright. Just getting started. Made a couple of announcements to them, you know, gave them the spiel on the 100 subscriber giveaway special that we're doing. Gonna be giving away a Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle whenever we hit 100 subscribers. All that you'll have to, yeah, it's definitely Wyatt. Okay. All you'll have to do is like, comment, and subscribe on the video that I title 100 Subscribers Special. And then, of course, time left in round will be changed as it looks like they are starting off. Reset. And then, there we go. Okay. So, looks like Sam started with the Dratini and is already playing Secret Box. So, Wyatt is playing Greninja on the right side. Looks like he's discarding Lightning, Lilies, and... couldn't tell what the last card was. So, let's see what he gets out of this Secret Box. Gonna get Buddy Buddy Poffin. You know, Lily's Determination. Air Balloon. And what is the last card? What is the stadium that the deck plays? Again, I have never seen a Mega Dragonite deck in action. Looks like that's all he'll be getting. Buddy Buddy Poffin, Lilies and Air Balloon off of that. Gonna go ahead and play the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Gonna assume for a Dynamo and a Dratini here. Yep, double Dynamo. Alright. Now, I wonder if he has the Mega Electros to one-shot that Mega Greninja. That would be pretty beast mode, I'm not gonna lie. And it looks like it's gonna be a pass off to Wyatt. Let's see if Wyatt has the secret box in hand. Wyatt gonna go ahead and play that Buddy Buddy Poffin. See what he gets. Looks like he's gonna get a Bidoof and a Dreepy. Hopefully he has energy in the hand to retreat to the Bidoof. As it doesn't look like Sam has another supporter card. Or no, he has a Lilies. So he'll be able to move around the Bidoof a little bit. Wyatt contemplated the Ultra Ball. Gonna go ahead and discard a Pokepad. Oh, well, can't discard 3 off Ultra Ball. I think he got confused on the secret box. Gonna go ahead and discard Rare Candy and a Water Energy. As my phone falls on the floor. That's alright though. So he's gonna go ahead, also play a Pokepad to get the Shaman, and then get a Meowth to get the Lily's Determination. And then he'll draw up to 8 cards since he has 6 prize cards remaining. See what he gets off these 8 fresh cards. Gonna tap the deck. Go ahead, draw 8 for Wyatt. Let's see what he gets. Not much else to do here other than attach, retreat, and go into the Bidoof. Maybe get an evolution off another Ultra Ball. Yep, gonna go ahead, retreat into the Bidoof. Let's see if it just goes ahead and uses Itchy Pollen. Looks like he will. So pass off the turn to Sam. Sam drop return, evolves into the Electric. Alrighty, that is very good for him with that Dynamotor ability. Once during the turn, you may attach a basic Lightning Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Does not have to be a specific type. And he's going to go ahead, use Lily's Determination, since I think the only other card in his hand was probably Boss's Orders. Let's see if he can get into Dragonair and attach for turn to the Dragonair. That way he can get his Mega Dragonite online. Of course, will not be attacking with the Mega Dragonite soon, but it will give him the option to at least get another evolution down. But it doesn't look like he drew into anything. That sucks. He drew into the Mega Dragonite. At least he has a Lily's in hand for next turn. Cannot play those 2 Buddy Buddy Poffins. Not like there's much to get at this point. Just 1 Dynamo or a Dratini. Pre-places the Pheasantipity. I guess I don't hate that option. It makes it so if he can't find it later on, then like through an Itchy Pollen, then he already has it. As Wyatt will go ahead and play Hilda. Gonna let him get a evolution Pokemon and an energy card. probably gonna go ahead and get the fighting type Greninja if I had to guess. Let's find out. No, it's gonna be, is that Neo Upper and a Dracloak. So that Dracloak is gonna help him see more cards. Really his only draw engine on board right now, since he did put the Shaman down for the Mega Electros that, with that split bomb attack, that does 60 damage to 2 bench Pokemon. And we're going to go ahead and use Recon Directive on that Dracloak. Debating on what to pick. And again, Itchy Pollen. Oh, he has the rare candy into the Mega Greninja EX. With that Mortal Shuriken ability, discard a basic water energy from your hand and put 6 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then the Ninja Spinner attack does 120 plus 80 if you put a water energy attached to that Pokemon back into the hand. So let's see if he Itchy Pollens again, or if he will use the Mega Greninja to attack. In fact, I don't think he can attack. No, he's going to use Neo Upper Energy. That's right. So yep, he's going to go ahead, put all 6 onto the Tynamo. So the Tynamo is knocked out. Wyatt takes 1 prize card. He's going to switch into the Bidoof. And then looks like he's going to Itchy Pollen. That is a very good play by Wyatt. Turn passes over to Sam. Let's see if Sam can make something happen. He is in a rough spot here. As he attaches for turn to Dratini, I imagine all you can really do here is just play Lilies. Not much else, unfortunately. I'm gonna go ahead and see a fresh 8 cards. Hopefully he doesn't draw into any more items. Now he can use Fezandipity to flip the script. That is a saving grace, because it looks like he did not get very much. I think I see a Mega Lopunny in there. I don't know what that's doing, to be honest. He's gonna go ahead and flip the script for 3. And it just looks like an Energy card, an Ultra Ball, and a Crispin off of those 3 cards off the Fezandipity. Not really going to help him out here, unfortunately. Going to go ahead and use the Tynamo, or not, the Tynamo, or the Electric, to attach to the Dratini, and I don't even know the Dratini's attack. Looks like it does 30 damage for a water and a lightning though, so that will knock out the Bidoof. And Wyatt has already revealed his A-Spec is not unfair stamp, so he will not get punished for knocking out the Bidoof, thankfully. As Wyatt promotes the Mega Greninja EX and draws her turn. I'm going to go ahead and use that Recon Directive. It didn't seem like a very hard decision right there. And then he's going to put down the Team Rocket's Watchtower. There's a lot of Team Rocket stuff here. There we go. Turns off every colorless Pokemon in play that has an ability. Turns off all their abilities. Going to go ahead, attach Neo Upper Energy to Mega Greninja EX. So he will be able to use that attack on the Mega Greninja to do 200 damage. But before the Lilies, he puts down the Fezandipity, to draw 6 and then draw 3 more to get up to a 9 card hand at the very least, since he has already used Recloak per turn. Next game we'll see will probably just be a flip the script for 3. Yep. Just gonna go ahead and use Night Stretcher to get back a water energy. Fair enough. That way he's gonna take out a Dratini and take another prize card off of the Mortal Shuriken ability, and then he's going to knock out the Dratini for a board wipe of all the Dratinis and the Dynamo. Not quite sure what you promote here at this point, unfortunately, but he is going to promote the Pheasantity EX. Maybe you can just eat a hit, I guess. No, this game is kind of cooked here at this point. Looks like he is thinking about boss's orders. Gonna bench the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. There we go. That'll make it so the Sob attack will make it so that a Pokemon cannot retreat, and it does 20 damage. Potentially building up to a Torrential Pump, or just trying to slow the game down to get to the Mega Electros if he does run it. Gonna flip the script for 3 cards off the top. Gonna play Ultra Ball, discard a water or a lightning energy, 2 lightning energy for the Ultra Ball. Lets him get any Pokemon out of the deck. Let's see what he gets. Doesn't look like Mega Electros is in the deck, unfortunately. I'm just gonna go ahead and get a Dynamo off of that Ultra Ball. It's a lot of resources just to get a 40 hit point Pokemon that can be Mortal Shuriken, but gonna go ahead and play another Ultra Ball. Discard another Lightning Energy. And a Mega Lopunny EX. Let's see what he gets off the Ultra Ball. Looks like he has to read the Mega Greninja. And off of this, it looks like he's eyeing up the Dragonair, which won't do him any good because he cannot evolve into it. But maybe he has Night Stretcher in hand to get a Dratini to use that evolutionary guide. Yep, Night Stretcher. He will get that Dratini. Kind of just hoping that this Saw block works, so he's going to go ahead and boss the Meowth. Now, the Meowth, with its Tuck Tail attack, can get out of this retreat lock, but it will be a couple turns before it can get out. So, goes ahead and uses Sob to retreat lock the Meowth, and has to turn off to Wyatt, and Wyatt draws for turn. Let's see what he can do in this situation. He already used a switch card. He might be playing another. Guess we will find out. As I don't have deck lists for these players because, well, there are no deck lists to be had at locals. Not this one anyways. Obviously during cups and challenges we will, but not right now. So he will evolve the Froakie into the Frogadier. See what else can happen this turn, or if he's just going to have to pass. It looks like he's going to use Boss's orders to bring up the Electric, praying that that 2 retreat cost is going to bite Sam in the butt. And then pass the turn off to Sam. Sam, draw for turn. Let's see if he can find an out to getting back into the Wellspring. So he does evolve into the Dragonair and into the Electric. That Dragonair, he could attach for turn to it, get a... Oh. Did he just pass? No. Okay. Just read. Now, I think Sam has a Kieran in hand, if I am not mistaken, which is a card that I did not download. And Kieran makes it so you can either switch a Pokemon or do 30 more damage to a Pokemon EX. Looks like he will be using Kieran to go back into the Wellspring Mask Ogrepon EX to sob on this Meowth once again. Going to go ahead and use a Dynamotor over to the Dragonair. Will he use the second one? Doesn't look like it. Oh, nope, he does. Alright. So that'll be 2 Lightning Energy on the Dragonair. Next turn, he can use Riono Glide to hopefully hit the Mega Greninja, as that is his best out right now, is to boss the Mega Greninja and KO it. And then hopefully Wyatt is unable to recover after that point. Though, with seeing 5 extra cards off the top with that Cloak and Pheasantipity EX, that is a tall task to ask the deck to not find any cards at this point in the game. Looks like with that Evolutionary Guidance ability, he will be getting an Electric and then do Sob for 20 damage to that Meowth EX. I'm gonna go ahead, thinking about the Cloak, flip the script, or not flip the script, but Recon Directed ability. Looks like he's contemplating either using an item or the ability first. Gonna go ahead and use the Recon Directive ability. Seemed like it wasn't a very difficult decision once again. Again, Wyatt's only out is either to attach to this Meowth 3 turns in a row, or find his other switch card if he does play one. Since he has already used one in this game to go back into a Bidoof after using Mega Greninja's Mortal Shuriken. Sam checking the discard pile, not quite sure what he's looking for, but looks like Wyatt will go ahead and play a Hilda to get an Evolution and an Energy card and reveal them. Let's see what he gets. He gets a Greninja EX from Twilight Masquerade and a Water type Energy. Looks like he evolved that Frontier into the Mega, or not the Mega, but the Greninja EX. Now we do have 10 minutes left in the rounds. I do think that this game can be finished by time, but we will have to find out. Now Sam is trying to play the long game here. He still has 5 prizes to go. And looks like Wyatt is about to pass the turn. Yep. Goes ahead, passes the turn over to Sam. Sam probably gonna go ahead and evolve into that Mega Dragonite. Don't see a reason not to at this point, as he can use that Sky Transport ability to switch your active Pokemon with a benched Pokemon. Does not say that you cannot switch Mega Dragonite into active. Gonna go ahead, use that Evolutionary Guidance, get that Mega Dragonite EX, and we'll probably go ahead and evolve into it. And if he has a boss, we'll go ahead and boss that Mega Greninja. Now, you do have to be a little bit worried about the Shinobi Blade from the base Greninja EX, as that can find any card out of the deck And then all Wyatt will need to do is probably KO the Pheasantipity and then get that electric. Or one of the electrics. But honestly, this is a very close game. No, it looks like he's going to use Crispin. I think he used Crispin to do that. Didn't see that. Looks like he's going to go ahead. Well, he can't Torrential Pump. If he does that, that's just a misplay. Hopefully he doesn't. Because Torrential Pump would be 120 damage to a Pokemon, but the only target that can be KO'd by that right now is non-roll boxes, which Shaman protects. Gonna go ahead, thinking about what to do. As you can see it, Shaman with that Flower Curtain ability. To prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon that don't have a roll box by attacks from your opponent's active. Looks like he is going to use the Torrential Pump. Let's see where he puts this damage. Because he can hit it. He can hit the Pheasantipity EX and then hit the Mega Greninja EX, but he cannot hit the base Greninja EX because it is a Terra Pokemon. And all Terras have a bench barrier built in. So he will put on the Pheasantipity EX, that's a good choice. As you can do the Torrential Pump twice to it, if he is somehow able to find a way to go Torrential Pump back-to-back turns. Now, I maybe would have liked to see a Sob here. Try and find a boss's orders. Wyatt, gonna go ahead, play an Ultra Ball, discarding Buddy Buddy Poffin, and a Dreepy. See what he gets. Gonna go ahead and get a Dragapult EX. It's gonna do a lot of hurt. If he is somehow able to build it up as an attacker, I don't think you can do that right now. And I think you might want to hold that in hand, just in case Sam tries to retreat lock it as well. Now we do have 6 minutes left in the round. So time is a bit of a factor here. Wyatt gonna go ahead, use that Recon Directive. Then it looks like he might pass the turn again. Looks like he's in a bit of a precarious situation if he doesn't have an energy in hand. Because all Sam would have to do is just use Sob again and we're back to the retreat lock. As he inches his way towards the boss's orders to KO that Mega Greninja. See what Wyatt plays. Wyatt is going to play Surfer, switch your Pokemon into the active, and then draw up to 5 cards in hand, I believe is what it says. Gonna go ahead, use that Mortal Shuriken ability. See who he puts the 6 on. Doesn't look like it was used actually, as there's no damage counters. But does knock out the Mega Greninja. Oh, he used it towards the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, and then used Ninja Spinner to take out the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. That makes sense. It was looking a little scary there, but Wyatt was able to find the Switch card. That makes a lot of sense with the Mega Greninja deck to play a bunch of Switch. Just because he can go Mortal Shuriken in one turn if he finds those multiple Switch cards, and has the energy to do so in hand. Now it looks like Sam in a bit of a pickle. Looks like he already used the Pheasantipity to flip the script. He did promote Electric, so I'm going to assume he thinks he has an out to getting that Electric out of the active. Now we do have 3.5 minutes until we go to overtime. I'm not entirely sure if Sam can make a comeback at this point, but we will have to find out. He has not given up yet, so he must think that there is a way. It looks like he's getting another Wellspring. That's Ogre Bomb. But he will be attaching for turn to that Mega Dragonite EX. And he can do 330 with the Riono Glide attack. But we'll go ahead. So he will go ahead, promote the Mega Dragonite, and use Riono Glide to discard 2 energy from it. And then that will one-shot the Mega Greninja EX. And it should one-shot it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go see real quick. What up? Oh no. Mega Dragonite is just a Dragon-type Pokemon. I thought it was an Electric type for whatever reason. So he will go ahead and do 330 damage to the Mega Greninja EX. I was thinking about the Mega Electros. That is my bad. Gonna go ahead and play Pokepad. Get a couple of guys out of the deck. Gonna go ahead and use that Ultra Ball. Presumably discard the 2 I just got out. Gonna discard Frogadier and the Dracloak out of his hand. Not really quite sure what you can get at this point. As he gets the Froakie into the hand. Or it looks like he got Mega Greninja EX actually. It's just a minute left in round. This Team Rocket's Watchtower has done absolutely nothing, as it looks like Sam doesn't really play any normal types that has an ability. Now he might play Meowth, but it doesn't look like Meowth would really be the play here. Not with a Greninja EX that could just one-shot it for 1 energy. Gonna go ahead and use Wally's Compassion to heal all of the damage from that Mega Greninja and just set Sam back a whole couple of turns. Looks like there is 35 seconds left in the round. And at this point, all Wyatt needs is to KO one more Pokemon with a boss's orders. He's gonna go ahead, use the Ninja Spinner attack to do 200 damage by putting a water type energy back into his hand. Sam gonna draw for turn. Not really sure what his outs are at this point, as it looks like it is probably time in round. So Sam would be turn 0. Now we are back to turn 0, turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3. And I think there is 15 extra minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So I will go ahead and display that for everybody now. Looks like Sam may have played a Wally's Compassion. Did not see it. as he did just scoot all the damage off and return an energy back to the hand. Now what else can he do? He's going to go ahead, attach return to the Mega Dragonite, use the Sky Transport ability to promote the Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. And let's see, is he going to just go ahead and sob the Mega Greninja? I guess that is a play that you can do, but it is not the greatest play. Now, it looks like he will go ahead and use both the Dynamorders on the Electrics to go ahead and power up that Mega Dragonite EX's Riono Glide. Will he just punch into the Mega Greninja EX again? Looks like he will. Gonna go ahead, be another 330 damage after that Riono Glide attack. Very well played by Sam to at least put the damage back on. Looks like we're gonna use Pokepad to thin out the deck once again. Now Wyatt's deck is getting very thin. He's going to go ahead and use Recon Directive. See what he chooses. Can't see what he chooses actually. Gonna go ahead and use that Mortal Shuriken ability to take the last prize card of the game and get into a little fist bump right there to call it. And Wyatt moves on to being 1-0 as Sam takes the loss. Now, it doesn't look like we'll be having a very big break, but I will be taking a little break myself, so I will be right back. What's up?
How did they go?
They went pretty well. They did great.
Nick Sorrells and Vernon.
Nick Sorrells and Vernon.
Yep, Vernon Steele.
Yo, that was such a good match. That was fun.
Yeah. Jackson Lowe and myself.
So it's you and Vernon, huh?
Jackson over here.
The playmat is very nice.
Oh, I was just checking the records. Because I have it on the stream.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright, players or trainers. Looks like we are back with round 2. We got Nick versus Verdon. Now, Nick showing off that Meowth staff mat that he's just got at the Indianapolis 2026 regionals that happened this past weekend. Had the pleasure to also go there myself, and he was actually one of my roommates. Now, it looks like he will be playing Festival League today. Did not expect that from him, not gonna lie to you guys. And then we also have Verdon on the right hand side. Two very, very competent players that we have here on our feature match. Your mic is still live, just so you were aware. Oh. Thank you. I didn't know that. Also, the time lifting around needs to be changed. It is just a one-man production. So, apologies if I have any struggles at first. So I'm definitely going to. So they're going to go ahead and start off. We got Goldeen versus Badoo in the active. I will have to find out how to mute that mic because I thought that I had it muted. Whenever I go ahead and take a little break. Looks like Nick is going to go ahead play the double Buddy Poffin out of hand. Gonna go ahead to get 2 Grookies and probably 2 Diplins. Yep, right there. Gonna go ahead and change the round number to round number 2. Gonna go ahead via pass off to Verdon. That is a very strong start from Nick with this Festival Lead deck. You love to see it, especially getting item lock next turn, most likely. This Badoo won't be doing that much damage to Nick's setup at this point. If Nick can find a Lily's Determination, he will definitely be in a very good spot. As Vernon goes ahead and uses Lily's Determination to draw 8 cards since he has 6 prizes. Now, I don't know why it shows that he has 5. Just gonna go ahead and fix that real quick. See what he gets off these 8 cards. Looks like Vernon will be benching the 60 HP Dunsparce. The difference between this Dunsparce is very minimal, but this Dunsparce does have free retreat at the cost of having 10 less hit points, which does matter against some matchups like that Mega Greninja that can use Immortal Shuriken like we saw in the last one, in the last match, as Vernon gonna go ahead and use Itchy Pollen, so Nick cannot play items, but he already had 2 Diplins and a Thwappy in hand. Now he is going to go ahead and use Lily's Determination, just as I thought he had. And it looks like I'm having technical difficulties, but that is okay. I'll figure it out. Now, Thwappy with that Boom Boom Green ability. Once during your turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability, you may search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. So, he will be able to do that with the Goldeen in the active spot right now, as it does have the Festival Lead ability. which makes it so if Festival Grounds is in play, this Pokemon may use an attack that has twice. If the first attack knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. Really doesn't work all that great with the Goldeen. The Goldeen flip coin if heads discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So, Nick, gonna go ahead and use that Boom Boom Groove. See what he gets. Really contemplating this decision. He cannot play items, so it is either going to be that air balloon or the third Thwacky. I feel like it's probably going to be the third, or not the third, but the air balloon. Now there are just 25 minutes left in the round, so should be plenty of time for these players, as it looks like Nick is setting up an attack. And honestly, if he can attack with this Applin, then he's taking 2 prizes right here. But it looks like he will just pass the turn over to Vernon. Very surprised by that pass, as we still have the Bidoof and the active. Looks like Vernon went ahead and used that runaway draw from the Dunsparce. Nick showing off the hand. That is a huge hand, which will be unfair stamped as soon as he takes the double knockout. As long as Vernon has that hand. Now Vernon really needs to put down a third Pokemon, or else it is going to be knocked out. As you can attach tool cards to your Pokemon, since those are no longer items. As of the Scarlet and Violet block. Looks like Vernon does indeed play the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Goes ahead and gets a Droopy, as well as a another Droopy. Great. Great, good fun. Now this Droopy doesn't do too much, just has Putty Grudge and the Bite Attack for 40 damage. It's mainly its evolution line that makes it see a whole lot of play, as Vernon rare candies into a Dragapult EX. Now can Vernon attack with this Dragapult EX? With that Phantom Dive attack, requires a Fire and a Psychic Energy, does 200 damage to the active, and then you put 60 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. Very good attack. Nick wants to be the very best like no one ever was. Yeah, he's trying to be. This Dragapult is raining down some heat now. Nope. Looks like Vernon did not have the Fire Energy in hand, so it looks like he will just use the Jet Headbutt attack for 70 damage. Nick, gonna go ahead and promote the Applin, as that is probably going to be his attacker for the turn. Sorry, it is the Diplin. With that Festival Lead ability, he will be able to use both Boom Boom Grooves from the Thwacky. I'm gonna go ahead, play Pokepad, and then go into an air balloon and then a Festival Grounds. Now if I had a second monitor, this whole entire screen popping up would not be an issue, but unfortunately whenever I go to change a card, it blocks the whole screen. As Nick chooses his first card off the Boom Boom Groove, and then he will go ahead and use the second one from that Thwacky, so that'll be all his Boom Boom Grooves for the turn. Now, I do think if you're Vernon, you may as well just Itchy Pollen again. It will slow down Nick a little bit. But honestly, at this point, since Nick can use that Boom Boom Groove, it probably doesn't matter too much. Because there is argument, Dragapult technically needs to take 4 hits, but with the maximum belt, it will do plus 50 damage to a Pokemon EX. So not only is... Oh. It's going to be a one-hit KO off of the... off of that. Do the wave attack. Gonna do 100 plus 100 damage. But... with the Kieran, does plus 30 damage. And then with that maximum belt, does plus 50 damage. So what Nick did there was that the maximum belt did 150 damage, and then another 150 damage, and then the Kieran on top of that did plus 30 damage. So that is how he got to that 330 hit point number. And then all Dragapult has is 320 hit points. And it looks like Vernon got the Jamming Tower a little too late to turn off that maximum belt tool. Really just a rough spot for Vernon at this point, as Nick did take 2 prize cards, and it looks like Vernon will go ahead and use that Itchy Pollen. Nick gonna go ahead and use Boom Boom Groove again from those 2 Thwackies, just building up a very sizable hand. Looks like he attached a Brave Bengal to a Diplin as well. That's plus 30 to an EX. Looks like gonna go ahead take another 2 prizes off of the Dreepy with an Energy and the Badoo. This game looks to be more than cooked. Yep. As Nick decisively takes game 2 in the second round. Vernon really didn't get a start there after that maximum belt, which is pretty unfortunate. But that was a very good game to both players. Nick advances to 2-0, and then Vernon falls to 1-1. Now, once again, I will be back, but hopefully I won't be talking for the whole time this time. I will see you all in a bit. Yeah, I should have the mic muted now.
Is it recording audio too out there? Okay.
No, just my audio. Yeah.
Like, yeah, maybe not. 'Cause I don't know if it's
No, that's exactly why I'm not recording anything out there. Oh yeah, the phone fell out of my pocket whenever I was recording on the last game. It's a lot of fun.
I absolutely nuts opening hand.
Yeah, I did. I was like, oh, it's just double buddy popping. And then you already had everything in the hand whenever you
I talk to you for a second?
Yeah,
Oh.
what's up? Is it work related?
Kind of.
What happened?
One, two, or three of these 16 boxes.
Two?
Did you take three by chance?
No.
Because there's one box I can't account for.
I only took two. I only took what Jeremiah gave me, which was two.
We've got 6 sealed cases and 5 boxes. The 6 sealed cases would be 72, plus the 2 you open would be 74, plus the 5 would be 79, and we should have 8.
Yeah.
So I don't know where one box is. I don't know if they shorted it. So we have a triple count again, but I wanted to make sure before.
Yeah, no, I only took two.
Okay. And then kind of different because you work here. The lock on the customer bathroom is broke. Jeremiah, I'll fix it in the morning.
Okay.
That's possible.
Yeah, it's not recording audio.
Okay.
I'm at the will be back, so
Oh.
sources are.
But if you need to restroom, like, so, but I'm gonna go talk to the women, and Aaron already talked to the 2 women that were playing Commander that they can use our staff one.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thank you.
I put a note on the door about the.
Oh, got it. Hello, hello, everybody. Alright, so we have a couple of seniors. I think they're seniors playing. They wanted to be on the stream, so I said, of course, why not? So I think on the right side, we have Sam S. And then on the right side, we have Jackson K. Alright. And then both of these players are 2-0. They happen to pair up into each other. So, I said, if we pair, could we be on the stream? Go ahead. Looks like Sam had a mulligan. Now we are in round 3. This is the final round of the night. We only do 3 rounds in our league, and then we do 1 pack per win instead of it being top heavy, since it is a more casual event. Let me go ahead and find wherever round number is. There it is. Round 3. Obviously, they also play for 30 minutes. So we will see what they've got cooking up today. Looks like Jackson already pre-placed a couple bench Pokemon. He is ready to go. And we will see whenever they start. Alright, rounds start 30 minutes in round number 3. Looks like we got Mega Lucario versus Mega Frostlass. Or is it? It could be Grimmsnarl, in which I need to download that one really quickly, because I actually did not download Grimmsnarl. I forgot that Jackson was a Grimmsnarl player. So it looks like Sam is going to go ahead and play Pokepad to get a Riolu, which, fair enough. It is pretty nice to have 2 of them on the board starting out. Now looks like the turn will pass over to Jackson. Looks like he's going to play a Buddy Poffin and a Pokepad to start off his turn. Looks like he's eyeing up the Badoo and the Impidimp. Looks like he is going to get 1 Badoo and 2 Impidimps. Hopefully he will be able to retreat into the Badoo for his sake, so slows Sam down a little bit. Looks like he will be able to do that. Sam gonna go ahead and use Night Stretcher preemptively for that Dark Energy. I feel like he didn't have to do that, but go ahead, do 10 damage to the Riolu with that Itchy Pollen attack. And the turn will pass over to Sam. Sam gonna go ahead, evolve to Mega Lucario. Already had it in hand. Congratulations on the top deck, I guess. Now this Mega Lucario, all you have to do is use get 1 attachment down with the Fighting Energy, and then it can start swinging for 130. 2 energy, then it does 270. Sam will go ahead, play Judge. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck, and then they draw 4 cards. see if Sam gets anything else to play. You would really like to put down a Solrock and Lunatone. Looks like he's going to bench his third Riolu. Does get another Mega Lucario, and go ahead, use Aura Jab for 130 damage. And knock out the Badoo. Looks like Jackson's going to play Crushing Hammer. Let's see if he can get a heads. It is tails, so it will be a blank card. Jackson gonna go ahead, use Spike Myth Gem to get any Marnie's type Pokemon. Probably gonna get a Grimmsnarl since he promoted the Impidimp. Unless he priced it. Nope, he did in fact get the Grimmsnarl. With that Punk Up ability, gonna assume he has Rare Candy in hand. He does not. So what I would have liked to see probably is save these Spike Myths for later, just in case you do draw into the Rare Candy, but you do not draw into another Grimmsnarl. I do think that was a bit of a gameplay error by Jackson, but hopefully it does not come to bite him back. Now he does get to draw 8 cards since he has yet to take a knockout. Does not look like he draws into Rare Candy Grimmsnarl. Gonna go ahead, play that Buddy Buddy Poppin', probably for another Snorunt. Nope, gets an Impidimp. We have triple Imps on the field, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that would make sense if he was unable to get another Badoo. He does have an Air Balloon in hand. Who does he retreat to, though? You probably just retreat to another Impidimp at this point, because you don't want a Monkey or a Snorunt to be taken out in this stage. Now he does have Hero's Cape as his A-Spec. He's gonna go ahead and retreat into the Monkey Dory. All Sam has to do then is attach a Fighting Energy. Oh! Let's see. Does the Monkey Dory live the Aura Jab? It's 110. With the Hero's Cape, you're at 210. And then with the Aura Jab, does 270, 240. So yes. Monkey Dory would be knocked out if... Yeah, okay. Looks like it is just an Aura Jab for what should be 100 damage. No, it should be 130 damage. Give me 1 second, because it doesn't look like they did 130 damage. Alright, seem to have gotten that fixed, hopefully. As Jackson seems like he's trying to go for a Mind Bend potential. That would be a little devastating, but he does get Rare Candy Grimmsnarl. Might go onto the attack with that. does go ahead and get 4 whole energy from that Grimmsnarl ability. Punk up. Whenever you evolve this, or whenever you put this Pokemon into play to evolve it, search your deck for up to 5 basic dark energy cards and attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon in any way that you like. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 onto Marnie's Grimmsnarl and 1 of each onto the Marnie's Impidimps. Looks like he got double Adrenabrain off this turn as well. He will be retreating this Monkey-Dory in the active. Gonna go ahead and use that Shadow Bullet for 180 damage to the active Lucario, and then 30 damage. I'd probably like to see this 30 damage go to Riolu potentially, because at this point he could have prized a Mega Lucario. It looks like he will be using Pokepad to get a Frostlass. Frostlass not really doing much right now, as there is no Lunatone or Hariyama in play. But it is still a nice piece to have on the board. Bins out another card in the deck as well. Since he can always use Spike Myth for a Murgrim or for a Grimmsnarl. And it looks like he is getting ready to attack. Yep, so he's going to go ahead, put them onto the Riolu. Oh, the Riolu had 50 on it. Alright, so Jackson does take a prize card. Through that Shadow Bullet, doing 180 to Mega Lucario in the active, and then hit that Riolu for 30. Assuming that's where the Adrenabrain damage went. Looks like Mega Lucario will be hitting that Marnie's Grimmsnarl for 130 damage. And then Jackson will evolve the Impidimp into Marnie's Morgrim. Not quite sure what else you can do. Probably just move the damage off. Now you will be hitting, KOing this Mega Lucario, so I would like to see this Adrenabrain damage probably go to the other Mega Lucario, or the Makuhita is also a fine play, doing the double Adrenabrain, and then you get to knock that out as well. As Jackson takes another prize card. And then he will also be knocking out the Mega Lucario for 3 more prize cards with that Shadow Bullet. It's looking kind of chopped here for Sam. Let's see if this Lucario can make a comeback though. It is possible, but it's not very likely. Premium Power Pro. Gonna go ahead, knock out the Marnie's Grimmsnarl for 2 prize cards for Sam. Jackson gonna go ahead, evolve, or promote the Morgrim, evolve into the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Don't think he chooses to use the Punk Up ability. Looks like he's opting not to, but he does have the attachment return. Gonna assume he did not have the energy in the deck, because you would rather attach that to the Monkey-Dory. Checking the discard pile. Does he have a Night Stretcher? Nope, he's going to use Team Rocket's Petrol. Gonna go ahead, get a Crushing Hammer. Just to be a nuisance to Sam. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Sam, to win this game, probably needs a back-to-back-to-back Wally's Compassions. In which will definitely not be easy, as Crushing Hammer discards the fighting energy off of the Mega Lucario. And then looks like he's eyeing up the special red card. Sam will go ahead, shuffle his hand into the deck, and then draw 3 cards, since he has 3 or less prizes remaining. And then Shadow Bullet for 180. Draw for turn from Sam. Looks like he will be benching the Lunatone. Not entirely sure about doing that. It's because I am not certain that you can one-shot this Grimmsnarl. And if Jackson has boss in hand, then he just wins the game. Which he is flashing to the camera that he does. So I don't think it's possible for Sam to win at this point, as he does get a Lunatone, or another Soul Rocket into play. That way he can use the Lunar Cycle ability from the Lunatone to draw 3 cards. Let's see if he even has the energy in hand. Does not look like it, so he will just be doing 130 damage, putting energy onto the Lunatone. Draw for turn, should just be a quick boss. Oh, also knocks out the Mega Lucario for 180, yep. Fair enough. And Jackson takes game number 3, round 3. He is undefeated tonight. 3-0, so he will be awarded with 3 packs. Sam will be awarded with 2, since he also got 2 wins. So congratulations to these two, and I will see everybody later. Have a good night.